Hey, welcome. So you joined the wine team. Now what? Do you just sell wine? Do you just share your website? What is it that you're exactly supposed to do? Well, my name is Tracy Cox, and I am a cause entrepreneur with One Hope Wine, and I'm going to take you through just a few of the basics to get you started. So the first thing that I want you to remember and want you to keep in the forefront of your mind is, why did you decide to join One Hope? Why did you sign up to share wine and spread hope? Was it because you needed some income? Was it because you love the nonprofit aspect? Was it because you love wine? Was it all three of those? Whatever your reason may be, write it down, because that is going to guide you for how much or how little you really want to be involved with One Hope. There is a lot of different opportunities, but you need to know the basics before you can kind of explore the rest of it. So again, write down your why. If you have a goal income, and you're like, I needed this because I wanted a side hustle because I want to make $300 to $500 extra per month, write that down too, because working with your mentor and us knowing that information will help guide you as to where you need to go and how you need to get there. So onehopewine.com is really your basics of where you need to start. So if you haven't taken an opportunity to look through the website, please do so. This is literally where all of your information is going to be found. Some of the wording, the conciseness of how to share information is all on this website. Also, as a cause entrepreneur, you can use any of these images. So if you want to use some of these images and put them on your social media channel, you most certainly can. I don't know how you have your system set up. You can right click and save the image. You can screenshot it, whatever works for you. Definitely do all of this stuff, the easy stuff first before you go into like creating your own, or you want to do all this stuff. Like, make it easy, make it duplicatable. So if somebody does join your team, you can show them this video, or you can be like, this is how I do it. Everybody has different ways of doing things. We're all at different stages of our careers within One Hope, but really when you're starting out, what you want to focus on is your why, and also the basics. We fundraise. So we want to make sure that people know that not only are we selling wine, but we're also fundraising for a specific cause sometimes when we start. So I like to have people start with that aspect as well. So again, just walk through your onehopewine.com website, click all the buttons. You can see that there's a lot of information on here. If you didn't do this before you started, even if you did it before you started being a cause entrepreneur, go back through and do it again, because you're reading it with a different perspective now. Now you're a cause entrepreneur, so you really want to know what your customers are going to see, and this is the customer facing website where all of their information will be asked. Currently, and additionally in the future, when we do have sales, I always recommend to go into the shop and go into the sale portion and add products to your cart so you can see what the discounts are. That's also always the best way to find out what the pricing is on anything, is to add the bottles of wine to the cart and then see. You can walk all the way through the checkout process without having to actually purchase the wine, because when you get to the final place order, then you will place your order. But again, you can put a bunch of wines in the cart. You can mix and match. So if your customers are like, I want this wine and this wine and this wine, how much will that be? Add them into your cart and see. Literally, that's the easiest way to find the estimates. It's what I do all the time. So when you are a cause entrepreneur, this is also the place that you're going to go so you can access your business information. Over here in the login section, you will log in either with your email, your Facebook, or Google. This is exactly what customers will do as well. And I'll show you the difference between customer account and a cause entrepreneur account. I'm going to sign in with Google because I am a Google person and I love Google. So I'm going to click my email in here. It's trying to do me bigger to hide my stuff. So once I am logged in, takes a little bit when you're recording from Zoom sometimes, so apologies for those delays. I'm not like quite a video editor yet, so forgive me for this. It's on my list of things to do. But when you log in into your CE dashboard, as soon as you log in on onehopewine.com, it'll say CE dashboard. So here we are in our CE dashboard. This is kind of where you want to go every day. We also have a little playbook. So if you log in here or you log in on your phone, you will have the playbook and it'll be right there for you so you can touch your business every single day. Up here in the left-hand corner where it says Good Morning Tracy, it'll tell you your dealer ID and your website. This is your website link that you can share with everybody. So this is what you should share with everybody. This is what should be on your business card, because this is your website that's open 24/7. So definitely share this information. If you are making a business card, just a little hint or tip, the www is not needed for any website. It's pretty much standard that everybody knows that you would go www and you can see up at the top. You actually don't need that. It'll automatically default because we all know we're going to the World Wide Web, which is what www stands for, just in case that comes up in a trivia question, because there's people that are, my nieces and nephews did not know what that stood for the other day when we were playing Trivial Pursuit. So there you go. So back over here on the left-hand side, this also tells you what your current rank is. It also tells you your current PCV and your current overall volume. So what you really want to pay attention to is your PCV. So during the month, PCV will change based on the orders that have come in. Typically, the PCV is what you get paid out commission on. So if you are at anywhere from $1 in PCV to $1,499 in PCV, you will earn 20% commission on this rate. If you're at $1,500 or more, you will earn 25% commission. So it's always good that if you're close to that, $1,500 in PCV, to go for the $1,500 in PCV, because you're going to earn 5% more commission on that. So that's a good little chunk of money. Your OV is your overall volume of your team if you have a downline. If you don't have a downline yet, your OV will be 0. If you do have a downline, that'll start coming into play. And then there's some other things to be aware of when you start building a team, when you start going deeper within the compensation plan and start getting higher levels as to what that means and how it needs to be structured. But right now, when you just start out, you're going to be a CE, which is a cause entrepreneur with One Hope. And your goal is to hit a minimum of $300 PCV. When you hit $300 in PCV in a calendar month, you will also earn 1,000 reward points when the month closes. If you hit $600 PCV, you will earn a free event kit plus the $1,000. The 1,000 reward points, not $1,000, 1,000 reward points. So it's really good to, they keep changing different things too. Sometimes there's different goal levels. Sometimes there's different things, promotions in the month, but those are pretty much the basics. So you want to make sure that you at least qualify every month at 300 PCV, because that helps you to qualify to earn those reward points. Plus it helps the whole team kind of like structure and move up with different ranks and stuff as well. This also tells you back here what your impact to date is for this month. It'll also tell you your monthly goal, and you can edit this and change this information. This will tell you your impact to date last month. So my impact to date last month was $813. My all-time impact to date is $11,216. Actually, that is much higher than that because this only goes back to a certain amount. And I've been with One Hope for like 7 years. So this only goes back, I think, maybe a year, because we've just got this website for a little bit. This says I've been with One Hope for 6 years and 6 months, but I actually joined in 2014, prior to us having a fancy dancy website like this. And just to give you a clue, back then we had to, if you wanted to buy a half a case of wine, I had to send you a specific link for half a case of wine, or a full case of wine, a specific link. It was nowhere near as slick as it is now. So kudos to our technology team for keep on improving our technology and bringing us up into 2022 realms with technology, and I can't wait to see what else they do. So while we're on that too, over on the left-hand side, this is the event section. So this is where you will open up an event. So if you have and kind of what we do at One Hope, it's all about doing an event. Anything that's purchased through an event, 10% will go back to the cause of choice that is for that event. So let's go into I'm going to this hospice fundraiser that I did for my mom. So when you first go to events, up here in the right-hand corner, it says create an event. Please walk through that. Please set yourself up as your own customer with a different email address. And I'm going to do a separate video just on opening events. And I say to do it with your own email address so you can do a test one, so you can see what you, as if you were the host, what you would be receiving via email when you set up somebody in here. So this event, the details are, this is self-hosted by me because I've been doing this for a while, so I don't have a fake one in here, but I do recommend that you just do a test one and use a different email address that you have for yourself, because if you're like me, I have like 4 or 5 different email addresses. So put that email address in there so you can see what happens. There's different options too with tasting flights or ordering wine for the event. The charity, you can pick any charity that you want to give back to. Whatever charity is listed down here is going to receive 10% of the sales. So this always gives you a great little update of to where the sales are and what the donation is going to receive. The host rewards, you can see who's getting the host rewards and who gets to use these host rewards at the end of the event. So if you do a fake event, but then it turns out to be a real event, just change who's hosting the event, put it under you so you get the host rewards, not your other account, because you kind of want them all combined in one account so they can grow. This also will tell you all the list of guest orders on the account. So again, that's kind of the easy basics of how you open an event and what is going on. And again, I'm going to do another video on events specifically. Currently right now, we do have a promotion that if you have event credits, you earn event credits here. So I have 2 event credits. They are added in here. So I can redeem these at a new event. Issued 1/6, expires 2/5. This one expires 1/9. They do expire, so you want to make sure that you use them. You earn these event credits. Currently right now, it's if you hit $600 in PCB, you earn a 6-bottle wine kit. So that's like the basic Vintner collection that you can then extend to a host. So if you're brand new, this is awesome to extend this to a host to say, hey, you know what? You want to host a wine tasting? I got you covered on the wine. You invite your friends. Let's make sure that they know that you're hosting a wine fundraiser. So there's that expectation to buy when they come to the event. And then you say, you know what? I'm going to donate the wine for your first wine event for you, because it's also my first wine event, perhaps. So let's work together to raise the money for XYZ Foundation. So you can gift these away. I always just like to say too, that make sure your hosts know that when they communicate with their guests, that the guests know that it is a fundraiser. So there is that expectation to purchase wine. Contacts will show you all your contacts that you have. You can add contacts into that list. If you do add people into your contacts, then they will also receive the emails through One Hope. I also strongly suggest that you keep a separate list of your contacts. So then that way you can contact them, you can text them, you can put them in your email program, whichever you choose to use to be connected to your customer. Orders is where you would track your orders. Reports, there's a whole reporting section too that we'll get into later. That's also where you're going to go when you first start to set up your Paylution account. Paylution is how we get paid. So there's a Hyperwallet and Paylution. They walk you through that. So how you get paid. There's a card that is sent to you. I don't actually use the card. I just transfer the money from my Paylution account to my bank account and it's done. And you set all that up under Paylution, and there's instructions that'll be coming to you from OneHope on how to set that up. The Training Center and the Help Center, these are two very vital informations, and you can spend some time going in here. Again, don't go down a deep rabbit hole until you need to know something. There's a lot of information to know, but don't go down that rabbit hole until you need to know it. I do want to show you what will be your best friend in the Help Center. Oh, did you see how this just popped up over here? This is a chat that you can use to chat with the support at OneHope Line. So this is the support center. So you can just click on this. You can find answers quickly by searching in here, or you can open up a chat here. It's really easy to do that. I love doing the chat, and I love making sure I have all my information ready before I jump on the chat, because their time is valuable just as your time is valuable. So make sure you have that, your information right there. But also look through all of this help section first before you reach out to support, or before you reach out to your mentor. This is open 24/7. This is updated on the regular from OneHope corporate office. There's all information in here from getting started, about OneHope, running your business, products, programs, shipping, incentives. My favorite part, and this will be your best friend too, is the index. When you click on index, you have to click on index of resources again. But this is all broken down, and these are all PDFs, and they're quick and they're short and they're sweet. So I definitely say 100 No's challenge, printout, business planning and goal setting. Because again, like when we talked about at the beginning, what is your why for joining and why are you here? Definitely write that down and figure out what your plan is and going. It also kind of helps to get you on that targeted path of like, okay, just took on this new opportunity. How am I going to make it work for me? And move forward from there. Customer tools, events, different event stuff, gifting. We have a whole opportunity to do corporate gifting too. So people can customize shimmer bottles. People can customize wood crates. All of that information is right here. When you're ready to get to that point, read through some of this information and you will see it all here. Then once you've read through that, connect with your mentor and be like, hey, I'm going to do a gifting order. What should I do? Like, what's the best approach and stuff too? Because they probably already have either a video or a conversation, or they've done it, or they'll connect you with someone else who's done it, because there's so many different areas of that. But again, sometimes before you do a gifting order, you just need to know the basics first. Calendar of happenings. If you look at this calendar, there's a lot of information that is offered through OneHope themselves, as well as on our specific team pages. But definitely look at this and plug in. Those who plug in, those who show up, go up. It's 100% true. You have to invest some time in your business and make it your business and work the business what's best for you to work your business and to reach your goals. We can help you as mentors, but we are not here to do the business for you. So we are here to help you and guide you along the way and provide you support and a good, we're your cheering section and to help you. But you have to make sure that you're, staying plugged in. So attending the trainings through OneHope are critical, as well as your own team trainings. Like each team, a lot of teams have different trainings on different nights. So our team, we try to meet every Monday at about 5:30 on our either team page or via Zoom, so we can kind of share what's going on through the week and getting connected. There's information on hosting, impact, incentives, join tools, mentoring, social media tools. There's the story logo videos and logo files on here, wine tools. The featured wine list is something that I recommend that you print out and have at your events. So some of the catalogs have some of the wine in it, but they don't necessarily list every single wine. And the reason is that by the time this comes to publish, the wine may not be in stock or it's out of stock. So for instance, there is a page in here where it actually shows, I think, the almond sparkling wine. Well, like that wine just came back into stock. So we haven't had it for 2 months of the 3 months that this catalog is valid. So this featured wine list will always show you what the featured wines are. Hospitality collection, the little minis. And this is kind of a good thing just to print out so you get to kind of know the wines as well. It'll also tell you, see, look at that, Napa Valley Cab is low in stock. Also let you know if it's an early wine club release, and it'll let you know too if it's a winter wine club. So that's pretty awesome that that's right here. I like to print this out, and I like to take a couple of these to events with me. Because then that way, when people are filling out the information, they have the whole entire wine list right next to them. They don't have to look on a computer. They have it right there. They can be like, oh, you have a Chardonnay. Oh, you have another Chardonnay. That's awesome. So this wine list is listed by collection. So just a little hint and tip. Our Vintner collection is kind of like our entry level wine. I'm going to say it's a little bit more upscale than our entry level of wine because there are some good notes and features to these wines, but they are good for pretty much anybody who is looking to get into wine or who maybe doesn't want a big bold cab. They just want like a nice mellow everyday Tuesday afternoon cab. That would be the Vintner collection cab. This Pinot Noir is absolutely hands down one of my favorite wines. I'm just loving it. Chardonnay. This Chardonnay has been so amazing. People who don't like Chardonnay love this Chardonnay. And again, I try not to, when I'm sharing wine with people too, I try not to predisposition any of the wines as to like, oh, this Moscato is really, really sweet, or it's not sweet enough, or this Pinot Grigio is sweet. I never use actually the word sweet. Sorry, I'm kind of going on a different tangent there because I want them to taste the wine, and I don't want them to have the perception in their mind that, oh, this has black cherry notes in it, and they're like, well, I don't taste any black cherry, you know. So that's a whole other video too as well. But just so you know, this is all of the wines and all of the tasting notes, which are great to have and to have at your events so people can look through this and figure out what wines they would like to order. So back to our index of resources. We also have a tasting flight, we have shareables, we have winemaker's note cards. So the winemaker note cards have a lot of information about the wines on them too. This is great to print out and you can have handy. Let's see if we have some up here. You can also use all of these in this shareable folder. So a lot of times we'll refer to this and say, oh, did you check the shareables? So this is the shareable folder that we are speaking about, because this is where you would find some of the information. So these are PDFs, so they can be printed off. Oh, actually, this is a JPEG. This could be printed off. You could take these, you could put them all on one sheet of paper, have them as well. Again, this is basically the same information that was on the featured wine list. I think the difference is that it has pairings on here. So this might be something that if you're doing a few events and you want to know some of the pairings, you can check on here. These pairings are also on the website. So if you go to the website and you go to that specific wine, it'll also say pairings on there. So again, a lot of this information is in multiple different places. It just works what's best for you to find that information. So that is the Help Center, which is your best friend, because literally all your information will be here and you can search for answers up here. I always like to say, just click through this. Stock and inventory is a very good place to look at to see what's happening with our stock and the inventory, what's coming back into stock, what's maybe discontinued for now. Also, another great thing that you may want to print out is our shipping, which I'm trying to see where that one is right now. Shipping information. So we talked about this just a little bit when we were going through some pricing, or maybe we didn't. But shipping information, we ship to almost all states. If the state is in this light color, we do not ship to that state. And that is due to state alcohol regulations. So the best thing about us as One Hope Cause Entrepreneurs is we do not hold inventory. The only inventory that I have is that's wine that I either drink or I use at events that I've gotten free from hosting events. I don't buy a lot of my own wine either because I get it free. And I do self-hosted events a lot too. So I get free wine and I get wine rewards from there as well. So again, you just have to like layer it and it works. And I never want we never want to be in a position where we're like, you need to buy wine so you can qualify. That's not what we're about here. And you definitely don't buy wine so you sell it directly to somebody else because that's illegal. So you cannot do that. You cannot have wine. You cannot be like, here, I have this bottle of wine. Let me sell this to you at an event. You can't do that because you don't hold the liquor license. If you get caught doing that, you will be terminated from the program, and you're also putting One Hope in jeopardy of losing their liquor license to be able to sell. So we definitely don't want to do that. Back to shipping information, everything is shipped from different warehouses. There's a warehouse in Napa, there's a warehouse in Kentucky, and there's a warehouse in New York. So anywhere in the United States, shipping is about 3 to 5 days, normally about 3 days during holiday time. It takes a little bit longer. Also, always be cognizant of weather delays because we all know that there's some crazy weather that happens on this side of the country during the winter time. Actually, we should probably go from here all over. Here, not so much. Oh, it was really rainy though the other day, but weather delays too. So even though a lot of times we do have like a shipping guarantee, like if you order by XYZ date, I always like to push those dates out a day or two prior to that and just have my customers get their orders in, because honestly, the sooner that they get the order in, the less they stress about it and the less you stress about getting that order in. So pricing for shipping is 1 to 2 bottles is $15, 3 bottles is $20. Now here's something very interesting. When you go to 4 bottles, 6 or 12, it's $10 flat rate. It's $10 when you hit 4 bottles, 6 or 12. I paused for a moment so you could fully grasp that, because that is the actual pricing that's set up by UPS or FedEx. We use FedEx. It was that way with UPS too. It's that way with some other shippers too, because I did a quick little search in my neighborhood to see what it would be from a local winery to have wine sent to me. These are the same shipping prices. So if people are like, oh, I only wanted 1 bottle and it's $15 to ship, they may or may not purchase from you, but the majority of our customers, I would probably say 80% of our customers are purchasing a minimum of 4 bottles. Plus, when you purchase 4 bottles or more, 4 bottles, you'll get a 5% discount, 6 bottles, 10% discount, and 12 bottles, a 20% discount when you're shopping. And then you'll all get a $10 shipping fee. There are some states that have maximum case shipments, depending on what state you're in. Take a look at this. Nevada's has actually changed. There's a few that are unlimited, like the great state of California, which is where I am located. So a lot of information, but again, going back to your CE dashboard, this is where you'll do your business. The Vine, let me just pop over here for a second too, sorry. Told you I'm not like professional at this, just want to get this out to you. The Vine is a weekly newsletter that's sent out to all of us as cause entrepreneurs, sharing what's coming in for this coming week. What if there's a new wine launch, if there's new what do you want to call them, promotions, if there's new announcements, anything like that. And at the beginning of every month, there is an announcement video. So you might want to go to the January monthly announcements and find the video and watch that video and see what's going on. All of these images too are great to save and to share and to use. I do recommend anything that you share on a social media or a place that it can be forwarded, make sure that your name is on that picture. Make sure your name is on that picture, because if somebody orders and they're like, oh, you know, I love this One Hope glitter bottle, and then go to One Hope Wine, but they don't put in your name, then you're not going to get the sale for it. So make sure your name and or your website's on the picture and that people know that you are a cause entrepreneur. So again, this just goes through all of the information of what's happening in the month of January. And you can find that on your CE dashboard home. Your account, that would be specifically for you. I'm going to go back over to onehopewine.com again. And you'll see here in the upper right hand corner, it says, hi, Tracy. So it says how many points I have. And then I am shopping for myself. This is a key part to know too. Are you shopping for yourself? Are you shopping for a customer? Because you can place orders for your customer as well when you go through your CE dashboard. There's a way that if they're already a customer, you can click on them to order. If it's a first-time customer, then you just walk through this process and fill out the information, and then they become a customer for you. So customers have this same information over here. They wouldn't have a CE account or a CE back office, but they will have all this information too. So if they're a wine club member, they can see their wine club information here. If they have rewards, they can see their information here as well. Their addresses and their payments are all on here. I'm not clicking here because this does contain my information. I don't have like a dummy account to use with generic information, so I don't want everybody to see all my information. But again, this is where your customers would find information too. So once they check out, and here is, I have some wine in my cart over on this side. So once you add wines to the cart, and again, you can mix and match as many wines as you want, different wines on here. It'll tell you right here when you get a discount. So right now I have 12 wines in my cart, so there's 20% off. If I really loved this combination of wine and I wanted to subscribe to it, I could subscribe to this order. That's a subscription. So that means the client will then say, oh, do I want this every month, every 2 months, or every 3 months? If they don't want that, they can click that off. The great thing about subscribing, either a BYOG, Build Your Own Wine Club, that's not the right acronym, Build Your Own Wine Club, or our wine club that we have offer that's curated from our winemaker, is that you get free shipping on all the orders. And you also get free shipping on any 4+ bottle order outside of your regular wine club shipment. So that's a pretty fun thing to do. So sometimes I have clients are going to order 2 or 3 cases of wine for an event. Sometimes I'll be like, oh, subscribe to one, you'll get the other 2 shipped to you for free. And then they keep that other subscription going, because you have to keep a subscription going for at least 2 times. So you got to see what they're doing on there. You can add gift sets when you check out, and it'll tell you all of your information down here upon checking out. And again, I highly recommend that you go in and you just play with your website, look through all this information. Once you do have an event set up in your back office, I like to keep all of my events listed on a little tablet, a little notepad. I am an iPhone user, so I have my little notes. So I like to keep my information listed on there. And then I come over here, and what I'm going to do is I'm shopping for myself because I'm already a current customer, but then I'm going to cut and paste the event ID for the specific event I want to shop for in my browser bar. If you're a first-time customer, you can just put in the event ID and it'll take you to the event ID page. Current customers, in order for it to sync together, they can log into their account first and then put in the event ID information. Or if you're doing it for your customer, go into their account first, click shopping for them, And then you will cut and paste the event ID in here. If you do it the other way, where you go into the event first and then you check them out as a guest, or then you add their information to check out, it'll kick them out of the event because for some reason it's not synced that way. So you have to log in first and then copy and paste the event ID. It's a good little thing for your customers to know as well. So this is what an event page looks like when it's already set up. So this is an event I currently have open, and it's great because right at the top, it leads with 10% of your purchase will be donated to the Pelican Cove Counseling Center. Like, how awesome is that? So they can share this page. There is the event details here, the supporters. You can see who's supported this event. You can turn on or off to have the supporters shown when you set up your event under the event tab. On the left-hand side where it says message from your host, you can write the message from your host, why they are fundraising for this cause. I always like to add this little line in that if you're interested in custom etched shimmer bottles or crates or gifting for clients or need general ordering assistance, please contact me. Here's my name, here's my phone number for details so they have a point of reference. And then basically this just goes through, it looks pretty much like the One Hope website. I mean, it is the One Hope website. You can just tell up here that it's shopping for, who you're shopping for, and what you're helping to fund. So that's kind of, you can tell your direction. Now, if you launch out of this and you decide you're going to come back in and shop again, you can always click exit. So you can still be shopping for yourself. You're just not going to shop within that event. And let's say you wanted to go to a different event. You can go to a different event when you're at One Hope Wine. A great new feature that we have too is when you're setting up your event, you can now put an event photo in there. So this is really great. That was my mom. She passed away in 2019. So I always do a hospice fundraiser for her. We're going to see what happens when we say share this. Oh, that just copies that. I didn't know if they had set it up so you could share directly to Facebook or anything yet. But again, you can see that's how you get into your events through One Hope. So I hope that this helps get you started and get you kind of figuring out what it is that you want to do with One Hope and all that fun stuff. There's so many opportunities and there's so many different things to go with. Definitely go back into the Help Center and print out the business guide, the business planning guide, because that'll really give you some topics of conversation to be like, oh, who would be a host for me? Who might want to join my team? Who just wants to buy wine? Also, set up your very first event. And I'm going to do another video so you can see events and how you set up an event and how you start to promote and share that event. Really, because that's what it is that we do. So you want to role model that right from the start. Share with people that, yes, you are a One Hope Cause entrepreneur, and this is what you do. You share wine and fundraise and spread hope. So until next time, thank you. And I hope that you have a fantastic day.